Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode with me, Simulation for the Nation. I hope you're all doing very well. You find us today on Greenwich Valley for our debt-free farm challenge. Now, a couple of questions around this, I'm sure. For those of you who have not seen this yet, we have been doing this on live stream across the last, probably about last 4 weeks, 5 weeks I think, a couple of episodes. That's 3 episodes so far. The idea being that we started... So we bring up our map here in Greenwich Valley. We are in the most southern corner in the southeast. We own fields 105, 121, 106 and 82 now. We are in 82. This is the field that we just bought ourselves. We started with absolutely nothing. We had 500,000 in the bank. No debt, no machinery, no farms to speak of. So the idea is that we slowly build ourselves up. We are not allowed to go into a single pound's worth of debt. And if we do, then we have failed. So that is the aim. Right now, you can see we have 106,000, so things are going well. The combine is not ours. We've loaned that one, I should say. That is a lease. So now that we've finished harvesting our field, we're probably going to get rid of that because it's expensive as a loan, and there are a few other options that we have in store. These two fine bits of equipment, well, this is ours, the 6810 with the trailer. The baler, once again, is leased, if I remember correctly, so we're going to have to get rid of that as well. And we'll have to figure that out. But before we do, we're going to get all of this, the rest of this build up. So we're going to do that just about now. I do believe that has a little bit of barley left in it as well. Perfect stuff. So we're going to jump into our baler and we're going to get this all done. This won't take us too long to get finished up that today, and then that's all done and we can think about other options at that stage. Really make sure that we get everything else done and dusted. We have a few fields now. The aim is that we're not allowed to buy another field until we've completed one cycle. We have harvested everything and then drilled the next crop. So we've got a little bit of time to wait for that. So with the 4 fields we have, that means that we've kind of got everything going at the moment. We've got a couple of grass fields. We did make some hay and silage off those and promptly sell that. This straw will also be sold at a time when it is most appropriate. And then we can try and get a little bit more money in. We are relying on a lot of contract work to try and bring in that extra revenue, obviously, so we can continue to build. But yeah, so far so good. When we finish the baling here, we're going to take this tractor back down to the yard. This is our front loader tractor, so we do need to stick that onto the front. And we can get these bales stacked up at some stage. We might do a time lapse with that on today, but we'll see how we progress. So how are you all anyway? I hope you're all doing very well, whatever you're getting up to. There's been quite a few people requesting that we bring this series back, bring this challenge back, and there's always one issue with it really. One reason why we didn't. My live stream schedule is all over the shop frankly, so it's not really something that I've been able to do or able to kind of pursue in any way. Which is a shame because I do love it and I really want to continue it. Secondly, I'm desperate to see Seasons arrive. I am really hoping Seasons arrives on this map. I know Bale is working on it. I know Dagwin has a version at the moment that he did an episode of his survival series on there, so hopefully it's not too far off, which would be fantastic. So looking forward to seeing how that looks, because this is one of the best maps out there, and with Seasons it'll be game changing for this. It really will be. That's a little bit loud. We'll turn you down a shade. There we go. It's going to be better. Yeah, so with Seasons on this map, it's going to add so much more. So much more gameplay there, which would be great to see actually. Really looking forward to seeing how that looks. As you can see, the lighting on this map is already pretty special. So to add that extra trickery of Seasons, my word. My word. I think we've got some great potential here because the size of the map is so big. I really wanted to be able to go out there and kind of like spread across from the southeast corner where we're in now all the way up to the northwest there. Just really kind of branch out a little bit. So that'll be quite interesting to see if we can do that. Shouldn't be too difficult. So yeah, my aim is at the moment, whilst we get set up as well, that we're not really going to drop below the 106,000 mark. That's a safety net really, 100,000 dollars as it is, but it should be pounds. It's kind of my safety net here, just in case anything goes wrong. We're trying to get ourselves in a position where when Seasons does arrive, so we've got a little bit of a safety net really. because it obviously becomes so much more trickier with seasons involved. And you want to make sure that you're kind of covered for all eventualities then. Things like if trying to get ready for animals as well. I want to find a source of a constant income all year round, which is typically an animal of some sort. So that's what we're going to have to look into then. Maybe I did think about putting some placeable kind of renewable energy systems down. A solar panel or a wind turbine. They are astronomically expensive. So that won't be happening anytime soon. But do let me know down below in the comments if you think that would be a good idea. And if so, which one we should go for, what we should look at doing. Because yeah, it's just some constant revenue generation would not be the worst thing in the world. Because we're not going to get a lot for straw. There's also not a lot of straw on here at the moment. So that's something else to consider. Ooh, power slide. This baler I'm using here is the Crone round baler. Does like to, the 14er does like to kind of clip the back end of the wheels, I think it is, and it causes a few power slides now and again. Look at my little Deutz that's pretending to be a Fendt. A great machine. No, not quite on that one. Come on. There we go. Excellent. I do like when you're not using seasons, this time of the day has the best lighting I think I've ever seen in an FS game. Just a base level game, that is. Really stunning. Shadows start to get a bit longer as well. It just looks really, really good. Kind of clear up a little bit more of that mess. Do let me know what you're working on at the moment, which maps you're playing, how that's all coming along, what you're looking for. Whoa, there we go again. How good background. What we're looking forward to the most in terms of new maps coming out. There's a lot of being worked on in the progress at the moment. I've had a bit of a sneak peek into what the future of Meadow Grove looks like, and it's impressive. It is really, really impressive. I cannot wait to see that come into its fruition. And we'll hopefully get a little bit more of an insight in the coming weeks on that. But it's stunning. It is stunning. Nathan is putting in an awful lot of hard work on that map. I do love this tractor as well. This is really, really detailed little Deutz. It does everything. All of the small little subtle animations, the gears for example, when you do drive around, just really add to a great sturdy little tractor. What have we got left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 slots. That's not going to take too long. Of course it is also, today is Saturday time recording, which meant yesterday was Friday. Fact Sheet Friday arrived once again, and what an absolute beauty. Some incredibly nice looking vehicles starting to arrive now. Let us know in the comments what your favourite vehicle that's been announced thus far is, or what you've seen on the trailers that we haven't seen a fact sheet for, but what everyone's looking forward to the most. Personally for me, I am a huge fan of the Class Scorpion. Really, really am, and I think it's going to be an incredible vehicle to have. Something that we've desperately needed a new telehandler for a while, and the detail on that telehandler, boy oh boy, absolutely incredible. So yeah, that's really going to be something to see. A bit more. It's yeah, it's a real stunner, and I think it adds so much more to the game. The Taurians look very well detailed. Someone mentioned in a comment, I started a new series yesterday on Friday, so it'll be coming every Friday, which is a news show. Kind of detailing all the news from the week really, and running through everything, and do it on a Friday because that's when the fact sheets are going to arrive, and it makes it nice and easy to put those in. And someone did mention in the comments there that they thought one of the Taurians might be a bit too light and not very good, so it'll be interesting to see if that is indeed the case. I'll have to watch the space on that one. But yeah, it's the level of detail on those models. I cannot wait to see what the a bit more closer up on the Axion or the Arion tractor, sorry, that's my favourite of the class tractors. And then also just see the detail on the Lexion, for example. That's going to look incredible. If it's anything as good as the loaders so far. Really, really impressive. And if you haven't checked it out already, do go and check out the FS News show. It is, like I say, coming out every Friday. I'll post a link into the video if I remember around about now. And you can go and check that one out there. Kind of covering everything for the week. There's a nice looking John Deere mod coming out as well soon for both console and PlayStation, which is from Custom Mod. Looks really impressive. Shouldn't be, well, it's ready for testing almost now, so it is with Giants, so hopefully not too far away. But with that being said, I do know Giants have a mountain of testing. I think it's like 19 days or something for a mod now to go through testing. There's a lot of mods to work on. I suppose that's as a direct result of all of the DLC testing to be completed. Which, you know, does kind of make a bit of sense. Guys have a lot of work to do over there. Okay, we're down to 6 slots. Really won't take too long. We're going to just return that combine straight away. I do have a combine in mind for us to actually buy. Depending upon how much it costs, we might have to dip under the 100,000 mark, but not too much. My view is if we have our own combine, then we can look into doing contract jobs when they come around. Which is, we need to make money where possible, so I don't think we can really turn too many of those down. There we go. I think he did. And at some point as well, as we continue to grow, get some bigger fields, we will look to probably upgrade some of our equipment. We've got a lot of older equipment in the loaded into the game, so we can try and upgrade without going crazy money. That Ford over there will probably be the first one to get changed out. There's a few different New Hollands that I have in mind to do that with. Might even go to a 7840. I could go to a TM series. We'll have to wait and see. But that won't be anytime soon yet because yeah, it's pointless. We don't need to do it. We can't really afford to do it either. Okay, and then there were 2 slots left. Now, one thing I would like to see with the Bale system on here is just that the buzzer stops when you get to a full bale. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. There we go. So my aim is now, we are going to try and keep a live stream going with this, but we're also going to just see if we can push it a little bit more, maybe do an episode once a week, just to kind of keep it rolling through there for now. Because I really want to keep this series going. It's a nice challenge to have as well, so I really want to kind of push it on that front as well there. So we will be doing that. So let me know down below if you think just 1 episode a week will do. If you'd like to see any more. Oh, let's go around here. I think there's another spot around here somewhere. Ooh, there we go. Alright, and so that's pretty much done now. Not quite the haul of bales one would have hoped on here. We did just buy this field though before we started, so that is probably why there's no fertilizer put on here from outside, so the yield was pretty much rock bottom. But I don't mind that. I can live with that. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bales. Not the end of the world. But fold this up, get this ready to take home. Now, as we do that, we're not actually that far away from our yard at all, which is very handy. What we are going to do, just jump out of here. We'll go back to the store. Let's just list items. Let's just get rid of that. And then we'll probably do the same for the baler. I am going to look to buy another baler when we can afford to. Something that isn't that crone. That crone's nice, but it's a little bit of a liability there. Alright, let's go home. So yeah, we are literally just a stone throw away, which is great. Come over here. And off we go. And we're just going to swing down this little hole in the hedge. The reason we chose down here was two reasons. One, I love this little old farm track to get there. Two, it was just a barren plot of land that came with the a field. And it gave us the opportunity to kind of start. And it's not the biggest yard in the world, but it's a yard that gives us enough opportunities, really. Slow down there. So it kind of gives us enough to work on. Gives us something that we can, storage space where we can set everything up that we need to, without costing us the arm and the leg. We did get this grass field here, and another one, which is again allowed us to get some silage off straight away, get a little bit of revenue back in. And this is us. If you have yet to see it, this is our little barn. Now I do need to square that shed up properly because it wasn't quite working. So you can see the two walls collide. But yeah, just to give you a bit of a run through, if you haven't seen it already, there's our little trailer, a nice little flatbed. And then we do too much equipment of our own, but what we do own is the essentials. So we've got a mower, subsoiler, which we're going to get rid of because I want to use one from the mod contest at some stage, little sprayer and a drill. Just the absolute bare essentials we need to be able to start to function, really. What we are going to do now is just stick this onto here. Jump out. Perfect. Okay, we're going to hook this up. And yeah, we'll take this back down to the field, jump into the Ford, go and sell some grain, bring that back up to here. And then yeah, life is good. I do like manual attach. I do like having that around. So you can see we're almost ready to get another crop off here, so we'll probably get that done. Get those bales into the barn, depending on what we do with them. If we make hay or silage, we'll have to wait and see. Silage would be the logical choice. Sell it for a little bit more money. But then we'll have to see about that one. Our wrapper needs to be replaced because we're currently using the McHale wrapper that doesn't work properly, which is problematic. So I have to look into that. That is our field there. It's growing along nicely now, I must say. We've got that one drilled out, so it's nice to see that coming through and looking rather good. Back through here. So yeah, we're just starting to get a bit of momentum going here, really, which is good. Now, once this field on the other side of these trees here has been harvested, we are in go time there, because that means that we can buy another field if we can afford to. So that'd be quite good. Now, we're going to try and get the highest revenue we can for that one. It has been ploughed over as well, which is good. Okie dokie. So we'll stick this in the middle of the field. When we come back to this, I might just start with a bit of a... We'll start the bales. I'm not sure if we'll get them all done by the time we end this video. Aiming for about half an hour here, we'll see. Stop that. And over to the mighty Ford. Currently using the PTS 11 trailers, which I have removed all the decals from. Interestingly though, I saw on Forbidden Mods recently that these trailers have now been included as they're on Forbidden Mods, so there's now a PTS 10, so a 10-ton trailer. Nice and small. But yeah, a really handy little trailer there actually if you need to use them. So, where were we going last time? I think... Let's see where the best demand is. There we go. We got barley, haven't we? Ooh, still down at Greenwich Mill. Yep, Greenwich Mill it is. Tag. Alright. Not too far away at all, that's kind of handy. The last one I think I went down to the Lincoln Mill maybe. So we're going to go over the first roundabout through the village. The great thing about this map is just the number of different villages, small townscapes, things like that. It really does make it interesting. You've got the kernel there when you need to go in. Now I know that Bale is working on this map with the intention to try and get it to console as well. There will be a lot of changes made for that just in terms of the number of branding and licensing queries that he will run into, I would suggest. Things like KFC, for example, things like Pound Stretcher, these shops would likely have to be changed. Lights on here, it's getting late in the day. There we go. But yeah, beautiful little town scene actually. I believe we're just through here on our left hand side. Are you there? Yes you are. Perfect. Oh, this is going to be a bit tight. I should have gone the other way. Round. Alright, it's the last of the barley. 2400, I'll take that. That's not too bad. We've only got a trailer and well that. So it's not even a trailer and a half really, so very poor yield, but then I didn't put any inputs into it, so I can't complain too much. Didn't cost me anything. Just a little bit of time. Like I say, the aim is now that we can... I have the essentials, so I can work over a field, I can drill a field, and I can fertilize the field. And I want to harvest the field. So I have the essentials there. I can mow a field as well, and I can almost... I can bale one if I lease a baler. So I can do a lot of the contracts that may be asked to do. So that's good news. Just need to get the last... in my mind, the last piece, we need to get a cheap combine. Now the one problem I do have with that is that in-game they're not very cheap. It's a minor flaw in my plan, but we'll see what we have in the store, see what we have to offer. Might be prepared maybe to go to about 30 grand, I reckon. That seems about right for an old combine. Certainly don't want to go any more than that. Yeah, so we'll park this at the yard, we'll walk back down, we'll see what's in the store, see if we can make a call on buying a combine, and then we'll get those bales cleared up. We might not sell them today, but they'll be sure enough ready to roll. And that'll be just kind of done, I think. Ready for the next, probably the next live stream. We might try and get a live stream in this week on it. I would suggest maybe Tuesday at this rate, but my schedule is all over the place, so you never know. Try and put it out there on my Discord server as soon as I know, so do keep an eye out for that one. And there we go. Perfect. I think I need to buy a farmhouse sometime as well. We need to install a farmhouse up here just to make it a little bit more legit. I think there was one on the mod hub just the other day there. It was expensive, but I think it would be a good idea to have that on there just so it really that would be the confirmation really that we've called it home, I guess. That's not going to do it, is it? No. Maybe one day get rid of all this rubbish in this corner so that we can actually park trailers there, I think. Wouldn't be the worst idea. Looks like I still need to come in here and kind of maybe put some stone down here at some point soon as well, just to make it a little neater. Okay then, drop them there. So, as we wander down there, let's have a look. We're going to go into combines. See what we have here. So even like that one, 84,000. That's too much. So we've gone for a few cheaper ones. Now the Bison is still the same price, very frustratingly. 46 seems to be the cheapest we can get to. That is for an old Fortschritt. That is not a very good combine. That's not very good at all. That's a little bit too big for what I need. The old John Deere. Probably wouldn't go for that one. And then there's a 76. We might have to kind of go into do some research, find out a better price for some of these in the second-hand market today. See what we can actually get that for, because there's no way it's worth 76,000 right now. Not a hope. I'll jump over here. So our wheat is coming through very well. It's currently half. Look how dense it is. So I'm using the new crop density files by Gav8080. And yeah, these are great, but what we need to do is make sure that we don't let the weeds become this dense either. So we need to get in and get this, get it sprayed off, and then we'll be in a great place. But that's a job for another day. We'll probably look at doing that once we've got these bales in, because I think I'm gonna have to buy some row crop ties as well. Let's see how it goes. So we will get a start in here, I think, and see how it's all coming together. Take this off. Perfect. Right, so I think what we'll do, I'm going to start stacking these bales up here. Get a few of them loaded up at least without digging the bale fork into the ground. And then we'll call it a day at that, I think. It's just nice to kind of get back into the swing of things on this map. It has been a little bit too long for my liking. Now with bales, I always like to... I like to kind of stack them better than that, that's for sure. When I do my round bales, I'll typically load the first one up like that, even though it's missed again. Come on, tip over. That's better. I don't know why I prefer to do so. It's just the way I've always stacked bales. Excellent. Like I said, there's not too many of them here either, so we'll aim to get them all onto one load. Shouldn't be a problem. But we'll leave it here for now. This has been us getting back into the debt-free farm. So I hope you have enjoyed. Do let me know any comments or questions or feedback down below. Let me know what we should do about Combine as well. And we will kind of get that all caught up to date in the next episode. So until then though, thank you ever so much for watching. I have been Simulation for the Nation. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that little bell to keep up to date with videos coming out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we will see you in the next one.